What is up, everybody? It's your boy Briviar. Welcome to the show. Behind me, Jerome Powell will be making an important speech at 2:30 Eastern Time today as he continues to print money. But before he makes this speech, the markets have been going crazy. Volatility I have never seen in the cryptocurrency space, in the stock space, and in the Forex space. So let's get over here to the charts real quick. Today at 8:30 when the market opened, when the market opened, Bitcoin took a huge drop. Boom, 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 boom. This means that the US dollar is moving up in expectation to the speech from Jerome Powell. I don't know the news, so people are making their bets right now, and the US dollar is winning. So let's move over to gold next. Look at gold. This morning, gold was up. The US market opened in the Forex market and shut it all the way down. I've never seen this before. This guy right here is changing the markets. I made a great trade on USD Canadian dollar earlier this morning, made like 150 off of it. So this actually pulled out and pushed back up. And as it pushed back up, I got in because I knew it was going to go back down. And let me go to the 15 minutes and show you what I was looking at. I got in up here, it pushed back up and pushed down, and I got out because the markets were too volatile. I actually just play supports and resistance lines, and I made a great trade. But let's go over to the euro. And look at this. This is the 15-minute chart. Let's go back to the 30-minute chart real quick. And it was moving up. And you can see this is my support line. Just smashed directly through that and continue to push down. This bull run for the euro has been crazy. Let's move into the 4-hour. And the reason I have this box around here is because it's been consolidating around here. I'm waiting for this consolidation to end, actually. And look at this candle, guys. Look at this candle. You guys see this candle? You guys have to see that large candle right there. That's because of Jerome Powell's speech. The U.S. markets, whew, it's crazy. It's crazy right now. The reason this speech is very important because the Chinese government has came out with a digital currency, and the U.S. is so far behind that the digital Yang may look like being one of the strongest currencies in the world due to they have the blockchain behind it. It says the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston is evaluating over 30 blockchains for the digital dollar. And we know that might be part of the speech today. There was a bill for the stimulus, and they put in for the digital dollar, which Steve Mnuchin took out. Congress is actually pushing for a digital dollar. They hired a guy from Coinbase to be their new OCC in the Treasury. So the digital dollar is in the background, but will Powell today at 2:30 talk about it? One of my last videos, it should be a ping up here, talked about the U.S. moving towards this because the printing of this money is not that great. That's why we're saying deflation right now, because there's not a lot of money printed out there. Most of it is digital, but they could make it completely digital. And SWIFT is so slow from moving money from out of the United States to somewhere else that there needs to be a huge change. So let's listen to this interview on CNN. They talked about Ethereum and how JPMorgan is using Ethereum. Now, can you remember Jamie Dimon bashing cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, blockchain? And then all of a sudden they had a secret meeting with Coinbase and they came up with their own blockchain using Ethereum. And now some news on here you guys have to hear. So let me get this going for you.
Digital assets and blockchain technology taking another step towards the mainstream in a further blending of what I see as institutional finance with 21st century technology. Consensus buying JPMorgan's Ethereum-based blockchain unit Quorum. Now, as part of the deal, JPMorgan will also invest an undisclosed sum in Consensus. It's a company that develops software based on the Ethereum blockchain. Real-life examples of what Consensus has worked on include facilitating fast regards to payment technology and improving supply chains. Joe Lubin is the founder of Consensus and co-founder of Ethereum and joins us now. Joe, fantastic to have you on the show. Huge congratulations on this deal. I know it's been rumored for a while. Just explain what this means and what additional powers this will give you to make real-world improvements.
Hi, Julia. Thanks for having me on today. As you indicated, Consensus is announcing today that we are acquiring JPMorgan's Quorum Enterprise Ethereum blockchain platform. We additionally will see an investment, a strategic investment from JPMorgan, and have a seat on the board dedicated to JPMorgan. We'll be working together with JPMorgan to merge the technical roadmaps of our own Hyperledger Besu client, which is an Ethereum mainnet compatible client, with the Quorum technical roadmap. And under a commercial agreement, we will be supporting JPMorgan's Interbank Information Network, the IIN, and JPM Coin Network. So we will be bringing a much more comprehensive enterprise Ethereum solution to not just JPMorgan and the hundreds of financial institutions on their networks, but the additional hundreds of institutions around the world that make use of enterprise Ethereum and that are increasingly starting to make use of public mainnet Ethereum.
Ooh, so there's two things there for me. Obviously, as you've hinted, the network of payment technology that JPMorgan had already created that you're, I assume, going to help develop. But I think there will be people watching this going, hang on a second, is this a traditional bank like JPMorgan perhaps stepping away from crypto, stepping away from blockchain technology and handing it over to one of the experts? Is that this, or are they as dedicated as ever?
Well, it's not my role to speak directly for JPMorgan, but I can confirm that this step indicates that JPMorgan is doubling down on the Ethereum technology.
Okay.
They are their blockchain and Ethereum-focused team, but they're growing it in the direction of building applications on the platform. JPMorgan is a world-class financial institution with a world-class blockchain practice, but Consensus is a world-class blockchain software product company and Ethereum infrastructure company. And I believe JPMorgan felt that trusting the furthering of the protocol and support of the protocol, of this open source protocol, to Consensus made the most sense and enabled them to, in collaboration with us, focus on the higher value aspects of sort of moving up the stack to the application layer.
Which says something in terms of the vote of confidence, I guess, for Ethereum as one subset of this technology at this moment. I do want to hone in, though, on the payments technology that you mentioned. More than 400 plus institutional clients all over the world were transacting on that platform. We've talked about something called SWIFT on this show before, which currently is the standard for payments being transferred all over the world. And it's slow and it's clunky and errors get made. Do you see potentially what's here and what you can build on as being a replacement for SWIFT? Because there are other challengers out there that are perhaps looking to do the same.
Yeah, so I think that's a reasonable way to frame this. Payment technology evolved organically. First, there were transaction systems, and then things got complicated, and then messaging systems got built as an overlay over the transaction systems, and they're often out of sync and require reconciliation across different kinds of databases. Paraphrasing Marshall McLuhan, the transaction is now the message. And so the transaction and the message are married on blockchain technology. And blockchain technology representing a new trust foundation is going to, whether it's central bank digital currencies or commercial bank digital currencies or pure cryptocurrencies, they will facilitate much more fluid real-time transactions and interactions across trustworthy collaboration networks. So it's it's revolution.
Yeah. Joe, very quickly, because I have about a minute, I want to ask you about the rise that we've seen in digital assets or cryptocurrencies this year. Ethereum, to Bitcoin, there's been a lot of enthusiasm. I can name them all, I won't. Is this time different? Is this time different from when we saw the rise and fall, if I go back to 2018, for example, simply because regulators are talking about it more people are buying? Is this time different in your mind?
Well, this time represents a quantum leap in maturity for the systems that are being built and utilized. The ICO boom had some problems, but it also birthed some really great projects. Many of the tokens associated with those projects are still in use. The projects are maturing. They constitute what we call decentralized finance. And bottom line, what's happening is that there are new cohorts of users and developers that are coming online that are seeing real value in the protocol, in the application built on the protocol, and they're making use of the token in real-time transactions. They're staking the token in different networks, and thoughtful observers are understanding that this is the early days of the decentralizing of the internet and the World Wide Web, and they are speculating that Ethereum is going to be a big part of that.
Yeah, decentralizing of finance. We will get you back to talk about this because I know this is super exciting too. My favorite there, a quantum leap in maturity. Joseph Lubin, great to have you with us, and congratulations once again on the deal, the co-founder.
Okay, real quick, I just want to give you guys some basic information if you guys don't have an idea about this. Decentralized finance, DeFi, that is the biggest thing right now since ICO. ICO was initial coin offering. People were having an idea and had the idea out there, and people gave them money, Ethereum or cryptocurrencies, to actually build that idea. And the SEC came down on that and brought down the price of Ethereum. Now Ethereum has this new technology out right now that's called DeFi, decentralized finance. You can get a loan without having a huge third party of a bank out there. You can just make a loan on a smart contract. Smart contract is just like a contract that you write up with anybody else, but it's made on the internet. It's made on their platform. So with decentralized finance, you can make a smart contract right there on the Ethereum platform without having huge fees, having a huge bank saying you can have it or not. You can just do peer-to-peer. Yeah, can you hear that? Peer-to-peer contracts. Banks are scared of this because now you don't have to go to a bank. If somebody on the other side wants to give you the loan, which is there's tons of people that want to give you the loan, they want to make an API a year, you can get a loan easily with more margin on the Ethereum platform. You can get a loan for a car. You can get a loan for a house. This is why JPMorgan is trying to get into the game, because they know they're going to be out of the game very soon unless they can control the narrative some way. Now they invested 50 million. That's what I have read. You know, they says some 50 million. That's what everybody's saying in other papers. Banks are in trouble. The SWIFT system is in trouble. They actually partnered with a coin called Chainlink. Chainlink actually have these things called oracles. These oracles translate traditional finance to the blockchain, or blockchain information directly to traditional finance. Things are moving so fast, and the things with blockchain technology, as you heard from the guy in charge of Consensus, the message and the transaction are the same now. It's not just a message and then you send a transaction. So you send a check over, or you send a wire over, which is the message. Then 3 days later, the transaction goes through. No, it's all sent at once and it's mirrored. You can actually send a message, a contract, and a birthday gift with the transaction all at once now through the blockchain technology, which one of the companies Ripple is using right now, doing for all their banks. The narrative has changed. The technology is much faster. So I'm gonna stop ranting right now. And one more thing I want to talk about before the end of the day. It's sad to see ExxonMobil is out of the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is top 30 companies in the world. And I don't know how they got out. I guess they're not making enough money. I know oil has been down. Oil is at like $41 a barrel. Actually, in the United States, to make money, oil companies need the prices to be around $50 to $60. And I know ExxonMobil had money, but I know they had tons and tons of rigs offshore. Actually worked with them in northern Alaska before, and they spent a lot of money. I'm not going to tell you what they have, but they have a lot of leases out there where they're going to have to pay a lot of money just to keep them, and they're not even producing on all of them. So the legacy of these big oil companies are going down. We've seen Chesapeake Bay actually going from bankruptcy, and it's just kind of scary. This is kind of scary, guys. So hit the like button, hit the subscriber button. Make sure you check out my website, BritVR Crypto. Tons of passive income videos on here. They are free passive income for cryptocurrencies. And all you guys, have a good day, and all you guys have a good night, and enjoy the crypto life. Peace.